What is going on, guys? My name is Mercury and today I have a very special video for you guys. Today I'm going to be showing off my personal spear and hatchet build in New World Season 5. In this video I'm going to detail what type of weapons I use, what type of skill trees I use, and my attributes, everything around that. Any perks I have, anything. This build is ridiculous. Straightforward, it is ridiculous. As you can see from this screenshot here, I am 20-0 in one of the games. This is when the first ever game I got with this hatchet and spear build. It is ridiculous. This build is honestly ridiculous. So I thought I'd show you guys what to do, why you should run this build, and why it just works. But again, I stream nearly every day on twitch.tv/mercuryau_. So please come by, have a chat, drop a follow, and yeah, let's get into the video. So to start off is the armor. I'll get into the weapons in a second. This is going to take a little bit to talk about the weapons, but the armor is pretty basic. Tumbler's Feet Wraps is the artifact. You know, one of the best things. Shirking Blessing, dodging an attack, 15 in power, 15% in power, 25% fortify. And it's just a mini shirking heals per 1 second. It's ridiculous. It's very, very powerful in a build where you're dodging a lot. The amount of fortify it gives you, the amount of health it gives you in general, is just ridiculous. You perk this with Ank and 5 pieces of shirking heals across your armor. You are healing for quite a lot. You're healing for about 3.5, 4k. It's really, really good. But yeah, as we see here, we've got full opals across all the armor, which these are the frozen elemental wards. I'll get into the elemental split in a second, but I've got frozen elemental wards, so 2% elemental damage absorption, and your ice attacks deal plus 2% damage. It's very, very good. But yeah, shirking heals on the Tumbler's Feet Wraps, and then personal preference is medium for my build, just because medium gives you an extra bit of tankiness. It lets you get into a fight and be able to sustain a little bit more damage and deal a bit more damage. And I think that if you were to run light, I feel like you're a little bit squishy against, especially in this meta with the fire staffs and everything like that. I do think that medium is the best way to go. But we have the heavy pants, which is the Frigidorn pants. You can choose any heavy pants, but these I think are a no-brainer to not pick from. Like Enchanted Ward, Elemental Aversion, and of course Shirking Heals. Great tankiness. It's a dual perk combination that's not allowed in the game, so you know it's two of the best damage absorption perks there is. Of course, we have the Frigid Dawn chest piece as well. You have 2 heavy pieces in this build to get the medium. You have the chest piece, which is heavy, and the pants, which is heavy. Please go Frigid Dawn. Please just go Frigid Dawn. It's the best thing to do. It's really easy to get because Glacial Tarn, I'm pretty sure, is still mutated at the moment. If not, they cost 3,500 mutated materia. It's not that hard to get. It really isn't. And then the other 2 armor pieces is the helmet, which is, you can do either the glove or the helmet as medium. It's just up to you whichever you want to run. I personally have this dark leather helmet with elemental aversion, shirking heal / conditioning. If you want a 2 lock-in perk it is shirking heals and then elemental aversion. You can swap out elemental aversion for enchanted ward though if you would like, but I personally prefer a little bit more elemental aversion to get away from, you know, the fire staffs, the bows, the muskets, because bows and muskets, like 99% of the time they are splitting. If they're not splitting, they're stupid. But the gloves here, we have, of course, elemental aversion, shirking heals, and ice harnessing. This was just one I rolled before for a different build, and I thought, you know what, I'll keep it. It's got strength on it. I need strength in the build, and it's great. An extra 2% damage is great. But yeah, if you were going to swap it out, I'd highly recommend swapping elemental aversion for enchanted ward, but that's it for it, basically. Like, shirking heals, damage absorption type, and then if you really want a 3rd perk, ice harnessing or health, that's what I would go with, or an elemental typing that you would want. You don't have to necessarily run this build with ice damage. Getting into the jewelry, of course, we have Ankh with stamina recovery. A lot of people have been shying away from stamina recovery, especially a lot of people in my company. They usually try and do flame protection or thrust protection on their Ankh. I do see the merits of that, but stamina recovery is really, really good in just escaping scenarios, especially if you have shirking heals. If you go those micro dodges in, if you're getting clumped up, you get those micro dodges, you're popping Fortify and you're popping the shirking heals itself, which is always good. Then we've got the ring. Personally, I would probably change this ring. This ring is from another build that I have. I'm starting to warm up to it. I think it's a pretty good ring. The Invigorated Punishment, deal 1% bonus damage per buff on a player, which is just a really, really good perk in my opinion. But I think Bloodletting might go a little bit better because we have some DOTs in this build, which is blood related. But yeah, so it's Bloodletting or Invigorated Punishment, and then Hardy, which is pretty basic across the board. You always have to have Hardy, and then an elemental damage bonus of your type. I actually switch this earring quite a lot. I'm currently running Healthy Toast, Refreshing Toast, Regenerating. If you want, I do like playing with Purifying Toast. I think it does work a little bit, but if you're getting bombarded by DOTs, especially now with the Nature's Wrath, BBs and Fire Staffs running amok, I do think that trying to Purifying Toast one of those away when you've got 6 debuffs on you, it's kind of pointless when you could drink a mana potion for like 1500 health, you know? So I do see some merits. Again, you can choose what you want to run with the jewelry, in my opinion. Jewelry is one of those, in this build, is very flexible. The only things that you should have is Hardy and a bonus damage on your ring. That's the only thing. You can choose whatever you want on your earring. You can choose Endless Thirst if you want. You can choose a different amulet. You know, it just depends. It's very, very flexible, this build is. Of course, with Season 5, Venom. This thing is freaking ridiculous. If you sweep someone and do the final attack on sweeps, I'm not going to pronounce that, but the sweep, if you do the final attack, it counts as a heavy attack. So not only with this are you putting bleeds for 28% for 8 seconds, you're also dealing 20% poison weapon damage for 5 seconds. Like, you're getting 2 powerful DOTs on that one hit on someone. Plus, to go along with Trenching Strikes, heavy melee attacks deal 23% extra damage, which is, of course, the final attack is a heavy attack. And then crits, 34% critical damage. Again, if you're hitting a crit on that heavy attack finish, you're dealing a buttload of damage that they can't do anything against. And then we've got the Hatchet. This Hatchet is personal preference. Personally, I do think that Penetrating Backstab is a must-have, especially now. Rogue as well, to go along with that Pen Backstab, it's just extra damage. I do think that this is the best combination for these two. The only reason it has Keenly Jagged on the moment is because today I found out that Keen Berserk, the perk ability, with the new update that's coming for the spring bunny crap, whatever it is, don't care, to be honest. They're removing the health level for you to use, so you're just going to have 50% extra crit damage, 50% extra crit chance every time, which the moment when that update comes out, I'm switching this Hatchet for Pen Backstab, Rogue, and that Keen Berserk ability. Perfect combination, in my opinion, perfect. And then, of course, they're all getting split with an elemental type. It's just extra damage. You know, you don't have to split it with elemental types, but I do believe that it's just extra damage that you need, especially in this build, which is pretty straightforward. It doesn't have a lot of things working with it. But I do ice here because I've got several pieces that I use in other builds that split with ice, like my chest piece and my Tumbler's Feet wraps. They split with ice. So I thought, you know, I'll split it with ice, but you can split it with whatever you want. Lightning, Void, Arcane, Nature, you know, anything that you want. Oh, and quickly, the Heart Rune, of course, Stone Form. You can either choose to run Stone Form, or you can choose to run the Vines. I think the Vines are very, very good in this build, but I personally like the survivability of Stone Form. Okay, and here is our attribute trees. You can see here that it's split, you know. I don't have 300 decks for the 300 decks proc which is weapon swapping will cleanse all stun and root control, crowd control status effects. I don't have that. Because these two weapons scale very, very weird. They both scale with strength and dex, but the spear scales more with dex, and this one scales with strength. So, you know, split down in the middle, 225, 225, you're chilling, right? 1679 on the spear, 1511 on the hatchet. That is ridiculous. Plus with the elemental damage boost and the pen backstab rogue, you are pumping damage. As you can see by the end of this video, nice little kill montage that I made. You can choose to go 300 dex and 200 con and put the rates in strength, but I've played with this build quite a bit. 225, 225, 165 works perfect. Like, I feel that I'm tanky, but I know I can get caught up, but I'm also doing enough damage to sustain. It's weird. It's weird how it works, but it just works. It just works. Here is the spear tree, and here is the hatchet tree. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little build explanation or why it works. If you just stick around, if you keep watching the video, there's a little bit of a kill montage I made for you to enjoy. Really show this build and how it works and why I like it so much. But yeah, as always, drop a like, drop a sub, comment what you want to see next, because I really do like making these videos. It's very, very fun. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Now that's a lot of damage.
You will never get this. You will never get this. La 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 la.
Wait.
I'd take it lead, mate.
Fight!
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
The fucking snipe!